final video for me, and then there will be some edits that I'll be doing throughout the week for me before I do some more recordings. Welcome back for some more Tears of the Kingdom. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to teleport somewhere, but two towers are unable to be functioned, and we have to figure out why. Because one is not working very well, but the door is jammed, but this one just can't work, and we have no idea why. So, my idea is, even though I said that in this video I was going to go and see if I can find Kakariko Village and Hateno Village, instead, I'm going to try to help out in these towers and try to get them both conquered, since they're both relatively easy for me to conquer. So, it's just dependent on what happens. Right now, I'm going to this place, and I'm going to go inside a cave at the bottom of the hill and see what I can do. It's sort of interesting because when I offered the apple to the cherry blossom tree, a mountain, I don't like calling it that, and it's sort of good that they said that it was a Satori. A Satori, and also there's Nadra. So, I'm going to remove that pin. I was just testing it. So that's Nadra. I have not got... Oh yeah, I have. That's one of the towers that I wanted to conquer. And that's a Hateno tower. But, I'm going to try to find a cave somewhere around here, because this tower is in need of some help. Meaning, I need to figure out a way to go inside a certain cave. And also, this is the Dueling Peaks. But, I am unable to do anything about certain things. I just wonder if this is going to be like the same thing as... Well, actually it won't be, because the Breath of the Wild was Twin Memories, but Tears of the Kingdom won't have those shrines anymore! That was not anything that we would have known about. I believe that was a shooting star. I'm going to rush into the action and see if that was a shooting star. That was definitely something else. Yeah, that was a shooting star, and that was pretty close. So I think I'm able to get there on time, because I saw it. Finally, I'll be able to get a star fragment. Did I go to that tower? Yes, I have, but I don't have time to remove the pin. I actually went here as well. This is the one that was near Hyrule Bridge. It's definitely super useful with the front gust because it makes your gliding go a bit faster and farther. I'm seeing some scouts. I'm getting super close to this star fragment. I wonder if it's gonna look different. I hope it doesn't. Because honestly, the star fragment looked really cool back then. Oh! It doesn't look any different. Star fragment. The mysterious stone fragment that fell from the sky. Its gem-like quality makes it highly valuable. Has the power to light up its environment. Really cool stuff. And the most rare thing as well. Pretty much the rarest thing in the game for you to get. More rare than diamonds are. Because of course you can actually get diamonds in a certain way. Proxim Bridge. Now back to business. I'm gonna remove the pin because I thought I didn't see this tower before, but I did. I'm gonna go back to the shrine and find that cave because the guy said that you can find caves. I'm actually curious if there is a way for those towers to be conquered, or if it's just something that I have to wait for. Part of me wants to look up that. I also want to figure out how to charge those battery things because I don't know. Like, I don't know how to add more. Isho Shrine. We already know that one. So, wish I can teleport to the tower, but there's no teleport point. So yeah, when I went that way and then that happened. Couldn't help myself. So, I'm going to see what I can do. I'm gonna cut until I get to the point of where I was. Meaning, I'm gonna cut to the point of me going to that tower up there and seeing if I can find that cave. Or if anything, go down and see if I can find a cave. What is that? Oh, that's a road. Those are just traveling merchants. Cave. A Horriblin. That Horriblin's hilarious looking. I gotta be honest on that one. Gone. Oh, there's more than one. So I'm going to use. I don't want to use this. I might as well just freeze them up. Oh wow! Blue Horriblin Horn. I did a sneak strike. I knew that was in the game, but I thought it would have been impossible to do. A hammer-shaped horn with spiky bumps. Attach it to a weapon, yada yada. But I did not expect that. Whoa. What the heck does that mean? Is that like something I have to shoot, or is that just a hint? I'm gonna use bright bloom seeds and see if that's what I need to do. If not, that's coming from above. And I have to remember that pattern. Which, honestly, I sort of wish I can figure something about that out about that. Also, where the heck? There they are. Darn it! I keep doing that. Okay, so it's just something I have to remember. So I don't think I can remember that. I'm gonna take a picture of it by doing this. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to. If anything, I should have taken a picture of all those memories from before, but I didn't want to cheat. I didn't want to cheese through and do that. Horriblin Claw. So I didn't know that. Don't want to do that. That will break the weapon by almost an immediate. Sort of interesting how certain stones are used. Like topaz is electricity, ruby is fire, sapphire is probably ice. Got stern I scared off a scaredy lizard? I almost said a scaredy lizard. A sticky lizard. Sticky lizards are cool, but I actually really like the sticky frogs more. The sticky frogs are actually cute. They're super cute. They look like little babies. Even though baby frogs are tadpoles. They're tiny. Nailed it. That works. Now I might be able to make the climb. I'm trying to get to that tower. I noticed I was cutting, but sometimes I forget. You can't stand the attention I give to the lady. See a shrine down there. Only reason why I'm not conquering much of any of those shrines right now is mainly because I'm trying to help out with the towers the best I can. So it's something that I have to remember. Also, just seeing where I'm supposed to go. Is it something about the depths? That would actually be very interesting if that's the case. Like I'm supposed to go to the depths to figure that part out. There's no way it's for a coal rock. I feel like it's for something more. Nah, I don't think I'll be able to do that. I honestly wonder if it's sort of like the twin memories thing of dueling peaks, where if I see it on one side, I would have to perform it on the other. Also, I would love to battle that dragon-like boss in the Colosseum ruins, but the only reason why I'm not yet is because there's no way I'd be able to take it on as I am. So was there something up here that would have helped out with what I needed to do? Or was it just something I have to do in the depths? Or is it something completely different? Hey, weird, there's so much climbing to do. Oh, and all that for this. I get it. It disappears and reappears. That was clever. Sucks that it was just a coal rock up there, and that I didn't make it to the tower that I'm supposed to go to because I'm supposed to go that way. But cool. Love the fact that you actually have an immediate ally on your side for when you need them. Instead of it being like Mifa's Grace or Valley's Gale, you actually have a partner on your side that doesn't even take any damage because, of course, they're pretty much like spirits of them, so they don't take any hits. Meaning, if they do take a hit, they don't take any damage. If anything, I could get along with these guys better than horses. And the fact that I have to get stable points for something really nifty is actually pretty upsetting. Is another thing that I've been promised to do because of all of the things that I've already had to do. So here, at this tower, there's supposed to be a cave somewhere. Is this new? Yeah, it is. Splash fruit. Cooking it brings it out its ability to enhance swim speed when ingested. Interesting. Even more interesting that they're bringing out abilities that are mainly Martin Rabbit stuff, because right now they did fire, ice, water, and electricity. And all of that was from the Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope gameplay, because Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope was fire, ice, thunder, electricity, vamp, and some other stuff. Ooze, and whatever that wind thing is called. That one I'm not doing because it's Elden, and I planned on doing that last. I'm planning on conquering that bottom right tower last because it's the final tower. It's basically the trial tower. The final tower I would need to worry about ever. So now I gotta figure out what to do about these caves. Is this Kakariko? It is. I wasn't even expecting to go here yet. Hylian Tomato. I was planning to go here after I conquered the tower. But I'm going here. Unless it's actually supposed to be like some sort of optimal thing. Cute frogs! I almost scared it off. You are so freaking cute. Now we get to see what this is all about. Good. Chest. What's inside? Amber. I have a lot of those. Silent shroom. So many things to take pictures of. I don't even know what the heck this rocket is doing here. Like, doesn't seem like it would have done the thing that. Like, I was expecting that to be something else, like a chest or something. Wow, it looks different. Oh, what to do? Hey there, kid. Did you come to see the ring ruins too? I don't even know what that is. We might bump into each other when you're around the village, seeing the sights. If you want to learn about the ring ruins, be sure to ask the Zonai survey team people here, or the village chief. And I'm betting the village chief is Paya. You'll find her and a few team members under one of the ring ruins, the one floating on the north side of the village. Yeah, they're only the most amazing sight to see in Hyrule. Of all the ruins that fell everywhere, these ring-shaped wonders are only in this village. 5 of them. They found a stone slab with Zonai writing in 4 of the ruins. Those ancient messages are the main reason I came to this village. Problem is, I have an extreme fear of heights. My legs start shaking if I'm even on the 2nd floor of a house. And every ring ruin fell somewhere high up. One of the ruins is floating above part of the village, so at least I can see it from below. The other 4, though, forget about it. I can't even get close. I wish I could find out what's on the stone slabs in each of those ruins. Side quests, a trip through history. Awful weather, isn't it? Well, more or less. So, I can get these, and there are 10 of them. Or I can get these, and there are 10 of them. 40, 50. So it's like 90 rupees each. Erdakuda eyeball and Erdakuda wings. I'm not gonna buy any of it because, not because it's cheap. That's just rip off, but it's because I cannot buy anything. I don't know why it's so hard to get rupees in this game. Hello! Ah! There's Lady Paya! Whoa! Now that's cool. Good grief! It's Lady Paya's duty to take care of the village. But whenever I take my eyes off her, She's elbow deep in some trivial new problem. Hmm? Who? Is that really you? Link? Why, it's been some time. You gave me quite a shock. I didn't expect to see you here in our village. And right now, too, while our chief is... The chief? I suppose you haven't heard. The former chief, Lady Impa, retired. Sort of figured on that one. Now Lady Paya is the chief of Kakariko Village. I've been working as her assistant, but... Lady Paya is ignoring her responsibilities. She won't listen to anything I say. Well, that came out of nowhere. I guess they were playing hide and seek. All these ring ruins have her full attention. Even now, she's under one of the ring ruins with the Zonite survey team. That ruin over there. I wonder, maybe seeing you will remind her about her responsibilities as chief. Would you do me a favor and stop by to see Lady Paya? Surprisingly enough, not main quests. Wow. I guess this is her research place. That's disappointing. The ring ruins are the most intriguing ruins I've researched. Especially this one. The way part of it floats up there. You had the foresight to focus on all of those special ruins and invite the survey team to take a look right away. I'm impressed, Chief Paya. Oh no, I'm no chief. I just couldn't refuse my predecessor when she decided to pass the title to me rather suddenly. I'm really a chief in name only, since I still have a great tale to... Oh, is that you, Master Link? I'm so happy that I get to see you again. Paya, Chief of Kakariko Village. I'm overjoyed that both you and Princess Zelda are safe, Master Link. Zelda is missing. What? Princess Zelda is still missing? That just confuses the matter more. You see, I actually met with the princess not too long ago. It was immediately after the upheaval. Princess Zelda came here to Kakariko Village. She ordered us all to stay far away from the ring ruin that floats above us, no matter what. I saw her myself, the princess, right before my eyes. She left as soon as she arrived. I wasn't sure to ask her anything more about those unusual instructions. We thought it was to protect the villagers from harm. This ruin does look like it could crash down at any moment. That's what Paya and I suspect, at least. But still, I know you would not misspeak, Master Link, especially on a matter of such importance. How confusing. Oh, my apologies, Master Link. I was so pleased to see you, I completely forgot common courtesy. Please allow me to introduce Mr. Taro. He is an esteemed member of the Zonite survey team. I invited him here to investigate the ring ruins that fell from our village. Fell on our village. Mind my misread. Yes, I said mind and not don't mind. Just ignore me. Or pretty much just mind what I said and think that I'm terrible at reading, because I am. He has incredibly deep knowledge of the Zonite civilization. He's even familiar with Zonite script. He is truly an incredibly talented individual. Taro, Zonite survey team leader. It's clear that the floating ring ruin that we were forbidden to explore is a unique and incredibly valuable find. Several more ring ruins with such a shape have fallen down around the village. Must have broken apart in some way. What's fascinating is that a stone slab with writing was found at each site. Deciphering the text showed that each slab contains rather interesting content, including mention of sages. There's still so much we don't understand, so apparently I was supposed to come here before I battled the bosses. I think that perhaps the ruin floating in the air also has a slab that makes mention of the sages. I can't investigate, as that would go against Princess Zelda's direct orders. If only I could meet with her again. I'm sure I could persuade her to change her mind. In any case, I'm having trouble squaring your story about Princess Zelda with the Princess Zelda we met. If everything is alright, why won't she just show herself? She must have some reason. Until we find out Princess Zelda's true intentions, we have no choice but to trust her and leave that ruin alone. The chief of the Sheikah tribe. She takes the duties she inherited from her grandmother Impa seriously, and she draws strength in her own way from being a gentle soul at heart. She has considerable affection for Link, makes sense, in part because of her grandmother's many tales about the hero who defeated the Calamity. Taro, an explorer whose passion for field research is unrivaled. He lives to make big discoveries, and he spent a long time traveling solo, investigating ruins. He is also an expert in reading Zonai writing. Princess Zelda found him to be the perfect choice for leading the Zonai survey team. Very cool. I actually expected her to have affection for Link, even though I sort of like Zelda with Link more. But she is pretty dang cute. Of course it's raining! What are you doing? Under Princess Zelda's orders, and everyone is strictly forbidden from getting close to that rain. If that applies to an archaeologist like me, it certainly applies to an amateur like you. The princess's orders. Princess Zelda visited Kakariko Village recently. Her orders were clear. Of all the ring ruins, this site is off limits. She left before giving any sort of reason why. Maybe she wanted to keep the villagers safe. Ruins aren't known for being structurally sound, after all. What are... Hey! You there! Come here. Have you heard? It's strictly forbidden to get near that ring ruin by Princess Zelda's orders. So you better be on your way. I really want to go there and poke around, but I'd be directly opposing Princess Zelda's orders. Is this the end of my dream that someday Princess Zelda will call me Dr. Caliph? Cute. Also interesting. Why did they say woke up just in time? That's bizarre. Also, I am very curious about that ring ruin. There's a shrine all the way up there. And originally, you would be going all the way over there to go to that shrine. But they definitely changed that. There's Hylia. Cool. I'm gonna get a heart container and stamina vessel. Stamina vessel. So now I have that. Rain. Oh wow, you've definitely changed. Hi. You should mark your visit to the ring ruins and Kakariko Village. How about a ring garland? They're made with lots of love, and they're only 5 rupees each. I'll take one. Thank you. Before you go, I'll add an extra little bit of love to it. What? Aww. Here you go. That's cute. Wait, where are you going? You almost walked off without your ring garland, silly. That spot is reserved for my ring garlands. Get down from there. You're gonna get it all dirty. I don't like to take this tone with customers, but you're an adult. You should know manners better than that. What do I do with this? Do I take it to the guy? Or do I take it to her? Nope. What happens if I go to here? Nope. Huh. I wonder where I'm supposed to go with this. I'm also curious if Paya's diary has changed. Or if she has a diary. Wow, this place has changed. There's Dorian. That's actually pretty cool. There must be her diary under there. So she's not gonna let Link read it. Oh wow, okay. Perhaps it's a side effect of returning to my previous form. Oh, that's Pura's diary. Perhaps it's a side effect of returning to my previous form from 100 years ago. I had a dream about that time. Back then, Robbie and I did whatever we pleased at the Royal Ancient Lab. So apparently, it's a different. Is the Royal Ancient Lab the one there? Is the one that was at the landing? I sort of think it is. Age reversal experimentation explosions, warping failure explosions, explosion prevention device explosions. I recall us trying things that likely would have gotten us tossed out of Impa and Princess Zelda. If Impa and Princess Zelda hadn't covered for us. Impa scolded me often, but never too harshly. Those were fun times. I haven't decided where to hide 3 of my 4 diary volumes yet. It seems like a good idea to hide one of them away in my own room. I've been at Lookout Landing a lot lately. Maybe I should go back to the lab in Kakariko Village to place the diary. Paya's Diary of a Chief. One day, my grandmother said to me, "You've grown up, Paya." It took me by surprise, so I simply nodded. She nodded back and said, "It's settled. As of today, you are the chief." And so it was. Suddenly, I was the chief. But what can I hope to achieve? Just like grandmother, I do have Dorian as my side, as my aide. I cannot read, for which I am grateful. Yet, for some reason, he seems troubled. Grandmother has become obsessed with old books. I'm hesitant to reach out to her with my concerns. I fear this chief's hat my grandmother has given me is too heavy for me to bear. Literally, it rather hurts my head. It happened suddenly, without warning. I was so frightened by the impact. It was as though someone had taken hold of this world and given it a violent shake. The air grew stagnant, weapons decayed, and ruins fell from a somber sky. Don't know if I said that right. Shrouded in dark clouds. How fortunate that none of the villagers were injured. As for the village itself, it has been utterly transformed. 5 large ring-shaped ruins fell down upon this village, and a large opening in the ground has been spotted at East Hill. Even with everything that is happening, grandmother said that she was going to set on a journey with Kato. I tried to stop her from going at a time like this, but she insisted that such times are precisely why she must go. I had no choice but to bid her farewell. Her eyes seemed to wordlessly say that she was shouldering some great mission. There were 11 peculiar symbols depicted in the books grandmother was reading. Could they somehow be related to her sudden departure? I guess the 11 is mainly those geoglyphs, which is interesting. I told Pura of Lookout Landing about our village's situation. She said ring-shaped ruins are incredibly unusual. Realizing this could be a good opportunity to help the village, I made this arrangement with the Zonai survey team at once. I returned home to greet them, and that's when Princess Zelda arrived at the village. She seemed almost like a doll of herself, the same outside, but no spirit within. I could not hide my uncertainty. She forbade anyone from entering the broken and partially floating ruin, and then she left, just like that. She did not mention the village's awful condition or have any words of kindness for our villagers. The Zonai survey team has arrived at our village. Their leader, Toro, is truly incredible and has already found a clue in the quest to decipher the Zonai writing. I tentatively named the ruins that fell upon our village the Ring Ruins. It seemed the obvious choice. The villagers have treated me with such warmth. They even embraced my decision for us to coexist with the Ring Ruins. Of their own volition, some of our villagers volunteered to aid research, and others for patrol duty. It is humbling to behold. Dorian's sweet little daughter Coco even crafted souvenir items called ring garlands. Before I knew it, our days of never having villagers that had passed. Our quiet village seemed to have regained its vigor. Before all else, we must learn more about the Ring Ruins. It is my responsibility as chief to see that is done. I intend to fulfill my duties as chief in a manner that is slightly different. My word, these bugs are getting on my nerves. In a manner that is slightly different from my grandmother's way. Gone is the chief who sits in her hall with quiet wisdom. That is what the village needed of her then, but no longer. I must keep moving forward so that, when she returns, I can greet my dear grandmother with a triumphant smile. The tongue was drying up and I have no idea why. Very cool that this place has completely changed. Oh, so it shows you where the ruins are. If only the tower was conquered, because that would make things a lot easier. But the only way I can let that happen, if the tower's right there, is to go in one of the caves and figure out what to do there. So remember that. And I'll head out and see if I can find a cave. But first, I gotta find a shrine that is all the way up there. So I'll be able to conquer that said shrine. At least this time I have a stamina vessel. And I'll be able to get another one. So there's a shrine right here. Instead of where it usually would be. And those are iron shrooms, I bet. Yeah, they are. So this shrine is called the Makasura Shrine, an actual shrine that has an effective name. I was gonna say effective name, but I somehow thought that was not gonna make sense. An upright device. Instead of it being just a combat training shrine like in Kakariko Village's Breath of the Wild shrine, instead it is just something else. What is this? Oh, wait. Is this a flame emitter? Oh, whoa. So it just helps it go upward. So I think it will catapult me. Actually, There we go. So, it's just another device. Yeah, so I can go up here. Okay, so I can't do that. I think that can... Was it going away? I guess it's just stuck in one place. Like, and it keeps getting like farther and farther away. I wish this game had a jump option for that one. There, that's what I wanted to do. It just didn't work, apparently. So I'm gonna see if this flings me. And if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. Oh. It was that simple. It was just me having to catapult myself even more. It wasn't about solving the sphere puzzle, it was about me flinging myself harder. That was confusing, honestly. That was not clear at all. I'm gonna go back to Hylia and heal, not heal, but get more stamina. But this one is banned. Sort of weird for it to be banned though. Also, how am I supposed to put the ring of anything on these ring runes? Pretty sweet, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Is there anything here? Or is it inside the house? So she sleeps over there. Calip's journal. I don't remember who Calip was. Yeah, I remembered him. Not gonna read it yet. I'm trying to figure out what these things say. Maybe he would tell. He would be able to say what they say because I'm at a loss for what they say. This house is in utter ruin. Not even a point of entering it when you can just come in from the side. There's one over there. So there's basically one that is banned from crossing, one over there, and one over here. But there's supposed to be 5 of them, but I'm not seeing where they are. Raining again. Look at them grow. Plum trees. Very cute. I assume I have to do something with the cuckoos. This won't work either. What to do? At this rate, grandmother's health isn't going to... Ugh! And Clary is so busy running the clothing shop. I just have to do it for myself. I'll find the cure for my grandmother. What's wrong? Are you a traveler? I guess it doesn't really matter who you are as long as you're willing to listen. You see, it's my grandmother. She got too close to that nasty gloom stuff, and now she's sick and bedridden. Porridge is about the only thing she can keep down right now, too. I've been trying to make some ingredients that could help with gloom sickness, but none of them had any effect. I need to cook a porridge that will make my grandmother better, and I need to do it soon. Porridge is my grandmother's favorite, made with Hylian rice, fresh milk, and wild greens. You might not normally think to mix those ingredients, but it's surprisingly good. I bought a bunch of Hylian rice and milk from the merchants who travel the road to the west, so I'm not hurting for those. But I still haven't found that crucial ingredient that fights off gloom sickness. I'll figure out how to. I feel a lot better after talking to you. Thank you for listening. I'll keep experimenting with recipes until I come up with a porridge that works on gloom sickness. Might as well cook some stuff. Because, well, I can't do it here. I don't want to be mean. At last! We're hands-on with the ring ruins at last! I can't believe it! Letty. This chunk is just a small piece of one of the ring ruins. Nothing much, really. I mean, compared to the main sites. Like that big ring ruin over there, it's broken in two, but you can still see the full ring. Well, we can't visit that one. By order of Princess Zelda herself, no one's allowed to go anywhere near it. So isn't getting it close up to this chunk here something at least? We can sweep up some of the fragments and sneak them away. We gotta study these ruins somehow, hey? Don't mind me. I'm just, definitely leaving everything just as I found it. Wait, you're not with the survey team, are you? Phew, I thought we were gonna get yelled at again. We really want to become members of the Zonai survey team, so we came here to study the ruins. Did you know that ring ruins have been found only in Kakariko Village and nowhere else? That's why the Zonai survey team sent its specialists to examine them. We figured that was a great opportunity to learn all sorts of things. But Letty has been running all over the place to look at this and that, so we've gotten nowhere fast. Come on, I'm sorry already. But after we're done, want to see the stone slab found in each of the ring ruins? Huge discoveries, they say. Naturally. Let's see how many of the 5 ring ruins we can visit to see those. Wonder how I can visit all of them, because I've only seen 3. I see these shrines I've already done. Oh, look at that. There's a pod capsule place. Zonai capsule or whatever. This is one of the ring ruins, I bet. So if anything, I would have been able to place this somewhere. We don't have time for rain. Maybe there isn't anything here after all. This is where I found the Sundalion, so there must be seeds or something. Bah! And I'll bet tourists visiting the stone slab are going to trample everything soon. Come on, come on. Stone slab? Yeah! Where do you come from? I suppose I should have been paying more attention, but come now. Sneaking up on people isn't very nice. That's right. The stone slab. Look here, see? That's the stone slab. The text on the slab is from the Zonai civilization, so it's beyond me. But our leader has studied the Zonai language pretty thoroughly and has an idea of what it all means. According to him, the stone slab in these ruins is a record of Hyrule during those ancient days. It says that people called the sages kept the kingdom safe from some kind of demon king. I can't remember exactly what the slab says. Why bother when the translated text is right there next to it? Besides, my hands are full with my Sunderland research. I don't have time to get in the woods, get in the weeds with sages and demon kings and whatnot. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Please excuse me. I have to hurry back to my Sunderland research. I know what they are. If you're curious about something, ask around. Everyone on the survey team is knowledgeable about something. The stone slab at the Zelda King ruin. Some translation notes from Taro. Who protect of Hyrule from the Demon King together. They were known as sages. What I take from this is that it's about a facet of Hyrule as it was in those days. If I were to guess at how to fill in the gaps, it'd go something like, there were those known as sages who protected the kingdom of Hyrule from the Demon King. Getting face into it doesn't help. I scared her off. I didn't even mean it. So that's one of the ring ruins. Wonder if I'm able to translate all of them. I don't know why I keep checking the map as if I would know where everything is. I'm actually curious what would happen if I tried going to that other ring ruin. The one that's barely hovering. Even though I feel like that's like the fifth and final one to go to.
Oh.
So side quest, adventure log side quest. Pores that contracts gloom sickness, but so far nothing has worked. Sort of weird because I guess there's only like one thing that will have the slab in it, but they said there were 4 slabs. And I feel like this is one of those places that will have a slab in there. But I am not seeing it. And it's not this. Maybe this was that forbidden ruin. So I have to find the other ruin, which is over here. Also, I gotta talk to Toro, wherever he is. The whole story about Princess Zelda had me reeling, so I never introduced myself properly. Sorry about that. Once again, my name is Taro. I'm here on Paya's request to investigate the ruins that fell around this village. Princess Zelda ordered everyone to stay out of the floating ring ruins. It's a hard thing to ask of us, but she's the princess. Nothing to do in the meantime but keep investigating the other ruins. Have you been to them yet? There's 4 other ring ruins around the village. Most of them broke apart on impact. Inside each site, we found an intriguing stone slab. If you ask me, these slabs will be the key to unlocking the mysteries of the Zonai civilization. If only I figured out what to do about that. I'm gonna teleport up to the shrine, go to that, and then I'm going to, for my final part of the video, try to figure out something about the tower. I might even look up what I'm supposed to do because I don't think it's obvious. But it might be obvious, I just don't know. Curious, is there any... There's the ring runes. I was gonna say, is there any ring runes around here? So I want to find the climber's bandana because the climber's bandana is what helps me with the climbing. I knew because I usually do climber's bandana, some sort of chest plate or tunic, I mean, and then leggings for either the hot or the cold. Or if that doesn't work, just 2 sets of winter armor, but not doing anything for the chest plate. I always call it chest plate. Don't know why. I'm bleeding. Yeah, bleeding. At least I made it. Ah! Mighty carp. I think it's over there. I don't like it. I'm not gonna heart it. Where do I go? Ah! Sky Island over there. Must be something. Somehow I thought a blood moon was there, and I was gonna be like, huh, didn't think there was a blood moon. I guess that would be the 4th one. Stone slab at the large ring ruin. The Demon King has vast power. No hope, victory, King's own life managed to imprison him. Imprison not indefinitely. Prepare demon revival. We sages must leave our knowledge for future generations. This stone slab seems to be a record of how the king in those days challenged the Demon King. If I had to extrapolate the meaning, I'd guess it at something like this. The reigning king determined that they were no match for the Demon King and gave up his own life to imprison the threat. The sages tried to leave something for the people of the future, who would have to prepare for the Demon King's revival. Interesting. So now, for the final step. Oh, there's a shrine over there. I'm gonna go on the very top of this ruin. I'm gonna see if I can go on the very top of this ruin at least. Can I go on the very top of this ruin? The answer is possibly. Don't know why that was about to come out. I'm gonna just go on the very top of this ring. There's these guys. Wow, okay. Well, gotta go there. Where? I thought I had this guy summoned. Am I at least able to get to this shrine? The answer is no. I'm already past that point. Maybe. I might have a chance. Crap. I was so close. Really? Flort Sandbar. Supposed to be a lovely lady there. Two-handed stone axe. Not gonna bother with that yet. Huh. Got another star fragment. I wonder how many of these I'm gonna be able to get. So I got another star fragment. So I found another shrine that I wouldn't have been able to find. If anything, which it won't be, it would be the pin that I placed, but I didn't place a pin there. Ow. I'm not gonna grab the Boko arm because despite how OP it is now, it's not very good. So I'm gonna go in this shrine, which is near a stable, which is cool. Jaggy cats. I did not read that word right. I'm pretty sure I have not read that right. And then apparently I'm gonna end the video without doing anything progressive. That progresses through. The only thing that is progressive was Kakariko Village. Well, I guess that makes sense for the assignment. Nailed that. I figured I was gonna do that theme. So, if anything, where is the chest in all of this? I wasn't able to find the chest before, but I'm pretty much wanting to find it here. First off, is there supposed to be a chest somewhere? Keep on thinking that there was something there. No chest up there. This is cheesy the way I'm gonna do it because I know this is not what you're supposed to do. But if it works, which it doesn't, I was hoping to be able to climb up that and then glide. Now I think it will work. Yeah, because this won't work. Nailed it. Now, for the interesting bit. For one thing, back propellers to lead myself up there. There's the chest. at the very end of the shrine. So am I able to okay, so I'm hearing a theme that just makes me think of Tom and Jerry. No, I didn't actually think was a theme, was an actual theme of something. Sort of funny because I feel like in this concept I should use my imagination and just make some sort of like long poled ship and then turn off the fans and just glide my way to the chest. I'm not gonna do that. So this, oh, okay. I did not do that right. So this will work as propeller systems. Like, I'll put this here. I broke the log. I guess that's what the boulder hammer would do. Spiky shield. I don't want it. It has shield guard up 4. +4, I mean. But I have a lot of OP shields already. But I am still gonna stamp with the chest symbol here. It's still pretty nifty that it has 100. It has 100 stamps. That's cool. Let's see if I can go on this log without falling off. Made it. Darn it. Now I made it. Next time, we're going to figure out what to do with the towers, because this video was all about Kakariko stuff, and I was hoping to even go to Kakariko Village. I even didn't do the stamina wheel thing like I said I was going to do. I guess I'll do that later. So I'm pretty much thinking that what I'm going to do, because I got my hearts up to 10, is 10 hearts, Thundercloud. Actually, wonder if that will be. Looks like that's gonna be some sort of like Skyland place to go, like it's some sort of shrine trial. Beetle. What can I buy? I don't have a lot of rupees. I might as well sell. I'm gonna sell. What would you like to sell? I have another ruby, so I might as well sell that. What have you got? I'm gonna take all of these. Then I am going to sell again, but this time I am going to sell not this. I'm gonna sell some luminous stone. I'm gonna sell 7 of the luminous stone.
You're a big girl now. You're a big girl now.
My yeah. Oh, I have 129 rupees. I'm actually pretty surprised. I'll take these.
Wow! Yay!
Let's see if there's any side quests. Oh, when will they arrive? I don't like you. Are you that same guy that wanted the royal cuisine? Ah. You are the same suspicious guy from before. What's so exciting? Oh, excuse me, I was lost in thought. It's a group of gourmets who frequent our stable, and they always teach me new recipes to cook. The recipe for our next session is a dish devised by Princess Zelda herself. I'm so excited, I can't even sit still. You were the suspicious guy that wanted either the princess cake or the monster cake. And I gave you the monster cake thinking you were gonna immediately turn into a Yiga warrior, but you didn't. And I just immediately got some suspicion on you. So I just hit you with a sword. This well. Water quality, fair, mass growth extensive, bright caps present, all right, that's everything. All jotted down. Huh? What are you doing in a place like this? Although, I'm in a place like this. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be a well enthusiast, would you? I would say nope, but I might as well say of course. I thought so. My name's Farah. I have a deep love with wells too. Wells are endlessly fascinating. Well, not exactly in real life. Their damp environment, their unique systems of life, how they stay cool when it's hot outside. Well, enthusiasts just get it. The appeal of a good well, that is. My dream is to travel around to every single well throughout Hyrule. After scouring all the ancient texts I could find on the subject, I've learned that there are 58 wells. Sadly, I haven't been able to identify their exact locations. But if you have any interest in wells, then maybe you could help me. Would you tell me any well locations you know of? I'll reward you, of course. How does 10 rupees per location sound? Sure. Really? That's fantastic. Alright then, tell me everything. Thanks. So, 5 of them this time. I'll give you 10 rupees per location. That's 50 rupees in total. There's all of yours. Thanks for sharing. I'm excited to go visit all these wells. Let's see, how many left across Hyrule? Oh, there's still a total of 53 left to find. You can find wells all over the place in towns and stables, of course. But even more wells, those used to be in the distant past, exist within ruins. Just imagine, they were a crucial part of life all that time ago. Isn't that simply fascinating? We're pretty much nearing those times again. Oh, I'm going to look out landing next. There's a well there I want to see. So if you learn more well locations, meet me there. See you around. Where are the wells? So that side quest is basically to go through every freaking well. And if you guys wonder, I'm not gonna 100% the side quests because I didn't do that in Breath of the Wild because I had no idea how to do it. There were so many that I had no idea where to even look. At least this one has a ladder. See ya.